Hey everyone, it's Milo here for the Fellowship of Acoustics. Welcome to a new episode of New Arrivals. We have Laura behind the camera again. Wave to the audience. Okay. As you can see, there are lots of beautiful guitars here. We're going to find our four favorite new arrivals of this week, and then it's up to you to pick your favorite. You can comment down below or vote in the poll on the community side of our YouTube page. Last week, your favorite was, of course, the vintage D28 from 47, 49? I forgot. It was your favorite. I also saw that my old ES was the second choice, which warms my heart. Let's see what we can find today. I already did a quick sneak peek. I saw a lot of Gibsons. So if you're not a Gibson fan, then maybe skip this video, but there are some beauties in there. Let's find them. If you're watching this video on Friday when it comes out, then we just had our auction event yesterday on Thursday, and glad to announce that we have a new auction coming up on December 9th. Then it's starting, so you will see new batches of guitars on there on which you can bid. So go and have a look on the auction's website. But right now we're all about new arrivals, and we're going to talk about Atkin guitars, because we love Atkin guitars from Canterbury, England. This is a beautiful 0037S, a nice 12 fret slotted headstock model. This is sort of a deluxe variant of the 0037S because it has the 41 style appointments, which look really beautiful. And nice snowflakes on the fingerboard. We have Indian rosewood back and sides. Nice and aged. I don't know if the camera catches this, but you see the crackling in the finish. That's what I like about the more moderate Atkin aging, that you get the nice crackling in the finish without the dents or the scratches in it. We have a Sitka spruce top, which has been baked to Alistair Atkin's recipe. This one plays wonderfully, nice and wide fingerboard, which is really nice for this kind of playing, I think. It's got a beautiful bass end as well for a smaller body guitar. Also has to do with the 12 fret sound hole placement. The strings are really new on this one, so it has a bit of a metallic ring right now. If that dampens a little bit, then this is a beautiful sounding instrument. But we're going to have a look what else is here. I'm seeing a nice comparison that we could make. We have a very old Gibson L1 here, but I'm also going to grab this guitar. This is a really new guitar, and I'm going to tell you more about this later. Ooh, wow. So we think this is from around 1918. We're going to dive a little bit deeper and see if we can find some clues, but sometimes it's hard to date these guitars from this period. But have a look at this. This is really a beautiful sign of the times. Vintage Gibson artifact. What an interesting sort of tailpiece. I have never noticed this before. So this is a round sound hole acoustic archtop guitar. It was built between early 1900, 1902 or something like that, up until 1925. And then later, from 1926, it was reintroduced, but then as a flat top acoustic instrument. This got a really, really huge neck. I don't know if you can see this, but it's really big. A tight and focused sound. It plays really nice for such an old guitar with such a huge neck. I don't know if this is for everybody, a neck like this, but the action is really good. The reason I picked this guitar to compare it with is that it's also an acoustic archtop. Ooh, have a look at this. What a beauty. If you see it next to the vintage L1, you can see the inspiration. But this is actually built by one of our luthiers in the workshop. His name is Yuri. So this is Sueting Guitars. I hope I pronounced that right. This is a beautiful acoustic archtop by our Yuri. Maybe we can find him later today, and then I will insert some video of him talking about his own guitar. Okay, so we found Yuri. Yuri, this is your guitar.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about what inspired you?
As you can see from the shape, this I got inspiration from Gibson L4, the guitar with a round sound hole that they made back in the 30s. But then they switched to F holes.
Yeah.
But I really like this feature and the round sound hole more than F holes. That's why I decided this is going to be on my guitar. For this guitar, I used Sitka spruce top.
Yeah.
And mahogany back and sides. It's unusual for the archtop that the back is braced also. So, and it's also X-braced, not like Gibson A-braced. No, it's X-braced, more like Martin style. And I think, if I remember correctly, there's only one X here, and that's it for the top. So, but for this guitar, I made everything by myself, like the tailpiece,
Wow.
the bridge, like everything.
Sounds incredible to my ears. Such a nice and well-rounded bell-like sort of sound. Every note, there's no harsh or shrill sound in this guitar, which can be the case with acoustic archtops, I find sometimes. But this is for me a perfect blend between maybe a more traditional sort of steel-stringed instrument and a acoustic archtop. And it is vintage inspired, it looks incredible. I hope we can find Yuri later today and have him explain something about this guitar a little more. But I'm going with this one. It's my first choice for this new house. Check out this grey case. Laura, do you know what brand has this case?
I think it's...
Oh, it already says over there. Yeah. It is a Rickenbacker, but not what you might expect. This is a bass guitar though, so shout out to the bass players. This is not your regular Rickenbacker. What? It has no frets. This is a 4003 fretless Rickenbacker. I have never seen one. I checked with the bass player in my band and he says these are also quite rare. You don't see a lot of these. The 4003 or 4003, I don't know how you may pronounce it, but is one of Rickenbacker's most famous bass models. You may have seen Chris Squire from Yes playing this, Geddy Lee of course, and also Paul McCartney during his time in Wings. But seeing a fretless, it is just really cool, just a cool look. Rosewood fingerboard with a maple body and also a maple neck. Laura behind the camera said that the fretboard kind of looks like a bowling lane. So comment down below if you agree with her. You would do like this and I'll put some pins here. Yet another vintage Gibson. This time it is a hummingbird. Whoa, okay. Talk about cracks. Repaired cracks, but man, I think I've never seen so many repaired cracks on a guitar ever. But it doesn't really matter to me. Some of my favorite guitars, my favorite guitar that I have has had a neck crack, a headstock crack. And I find that when you repair these things well, then a guitar doesn't suffer in any kind. So it can even sound better than it did before. So maybe we'll have to just check out how it sounds. It just has a lot of wrinkles and that's not a bad thing, I think. I played some Tim Christensen on this because that's the person that I always have in my mind when I see a hummingbird guitar. This has the adjustable bridge hummingbird sound to my ear, so it is quite compressed, but this is a great recording guitar. It definitely doesn't sound as better than bruised as it looks. I think it won't be my choice for this week though, so let's have a look around. A nice and small case for a small guitar. This is a Martin 518 Terz guitar from 1949. They are always so cute looking. Mahogany back and side, so 18 style, but then mostly tuned up from the 3rd fret of a regular guitar. So the lowest string is a G. I really love the sound of these old Terz guitars, and for a 49 Martin, it's still in really good playing condition. It is tuned down to a F sharp right now instead of a G, and it makes the strings a little bit looser, and I think it fits this guitar better. You could put some lighter strings on this and tune it to a G, but it is a really peculiar and wonderful sound in between a small-bodied Martin and maybe a mandolin or something. I love this. Let's make a demo of this one and pick it as my second choice. For my third choice, I think we're going to dive into Gibson hollow body land, because there are 3 guitars that I want to open. I'll put them all down. 3 beautiful brown cases. Let's start with this one right here. This is a guitar from 2002. It's a Super 400 CES. Ooh, that's really nice. So I've got this beautiful wide 18-inch body on this Super 400. Comparable to the Epiphone Emperors. Actually, the Emperors were a competitor back in the day for the Super 400. This is built in 2002, and what makes that special is that it was built by James Hutchins, and he is one of the most accomplished and dedicated builders that Gibson ever had. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2010, but his guitars are still revered as some of the best hollow bodies and other guitars that Gibson ever built. This was built by James Hutchins in 2002. We have a beautiful flamed maple back and side, carved as well, with a hand-carved spruce top on it. If we can find Berend or Tom to do the demos, then they will be very happy with this. But we have some other choices. This is a ES150 from 1946. Another big-bodied Archtop by Gibson. P90 in the neck. The ES150 started out as a guitar with a Charlie Christian pickup in it. I think they made it with the Charlie Christian up until about 1940, 41 or something. Then because of the war they had some shortages, they didn't make a lot of ES150s then. But they experimented with another pickup. I think they call it a P13, maybe I can find a picture and put it here. There are only about 350 pieces with this pickup ever found. And then in 46 they changed to the neck P90 on the ES150s. From 1946 it looks really good for being from 1946. Very good condition. There's another hollow body that I want to open. And then maybe we're going to have Bill choose the third choice. This is a model that I haven't seen before, because this is a ES7 ES175. Quite a peculiar guitar that they only made for a very short amount of time. I think maybe only 3 or 4 years, something like that. This looks like an ES175, but then it has sort of L5 style appointment. So they wanted to make a hollow body guitar that was sort of had the allure of an L5. It wasn't as expensive as an L5, but was more deluxe than a standard ES175. And they came up with the ES775. So this was a really deluxe model. It also says Gibson Master Model on the sticker inside. We have the classic Pokemon inlay here on the headstock. A really deluxe ES175. Quite a hefty guitar, quite heavy. 3 beautiful Gibson Sunburst archtops. Let's go and grab Bill and see if he can make a decision. Bill, you want to help out by finding a Gibson archtop? Let's see what the guitar prophet Bill will choose this time. Pick your poison. Bill, kom. Ja, neem maar mee. The ES775 or the ES150 or a Super 400. Whoa. It's clear. It's the ES150. The 46 ES150, right, Bill? It is. This is a mandola. Maybe we can ask Aaron to play a little on this one. Ooh. Built by DeWolff. This is a H5 mandola from the 1980s, it says here. We have beautiful quilted maple. Wow. Adirondack top on it. I don't actually know the tuning of a mandola by heart. A nice and deep voice, like you want from a mandola. Let's go to Aaron, see if he wants to play a little. Damn, some real fine playing as well.
Thank you, sir.
It pushes some air with every note. Yeah. What do you know about DeWolff? Do you know DeWolff?
Not at all. I
Me neither.
know that it's amazing, like really, really nice.
I think there are people out there in the comment section that will know about DeWolff. Now, I just know that he builds incredible mandolas. I hope he builds some mandolins as well. If you know something about DeWolff, then please comment down below, because I can say we're big fans. So I have one final trick up my sleeve, and that's this guitar right here. A really big case. The sticker over here already says something about this guitar, because this is a artist pre-owned guitar owned by Pablo van der Poel from the great Dutch band DeWolff. If you have not heard about them, please go check them out. I think they are maybe the best band right now in the Netherlands. Incredible, soulful, rocky music, and a guitar forward band as well. And Pablo has a really great taste in guitars. I've heard this guitar live as well. You can see a lot of videos online of Pablo playing this guitar. Milo, shut up, just show the guitar. There it is. This is a Firebird VII from 2013. Yeah, from 2013. So this is a 1965 reissue. Yeah, Martijn likes it. Approval by Martijn. Have you heard Pablo play this?
Yeah.
I think a lot of us will have done. This is a limited edition from 2013. So in a Firemist Gold. Of course, the banjo Firebird tuners. One of the most iconic and weird models that Gibson ever produced. And I really love them. Do you like Firebirds, Laura?
No.
Okay. This was limited to only 100 pieces. So this is one of the 100. Oh, look at this. A historic Gibson Custom historic button here. Pablo did have some work done on this, like a lot of professional musicians do with their guitars. He had the middle pickup, he had the magnet reversed to get a sort of a out of phase sound. And I believe one of these, this one, is a push-pull knob that engages this out of phase sound. He also had the neck reshaped and refinished as well, to be more to his liking. But the person that did this did such a good job. It is not visible at all that this is a new finish, a new shape. It's really cool to see this guitar here. So now it's between a Duff Mandola and this Firebird. Let's see what we already have. We do already have some odd ducks because we have a Terz guitar, which is not a regular side here. Then we have the Acoustic Archtop by Yuri. Let's go with a rock machine. I think the new arrivals this week needs a rock machine. Maybe we can find Rowdy. I know he really loves Firebird guitars. Maybe we can find Rowdy to play a demo of this. This is my fourth and final choice. A Pablo van der Poel owned Firebird VII from 2015. That was it for this week. I hope you enjoyed the guitars that we've chosen. Laura, do you have a favorite of the week? The Firebird, maybe?
Yeah, Firebird.
Okay, nice. I think I will go for the Archtop from Yuri. I think it's a wonderful sounding guitar. I hope you all enjoyed the demo of that one. Please let us know which is your favorite in the comments down below, or vote in the poll in the community site of our YouTube page. And then I don't think I have anything else to say. We have Black Friday, some deals, go check them out. And the 9th of December we have a new auction lot coming up. So go check that out, and I hope to see you in the next video next week. Goodbye.